Welcome, everyone, to the Sickos Committee podcast. This is our podcast for the evening of February 20th, 2020. February 20th, 2024. Oh, my God. That's a lot of 20s in a row. I was not ready for that. Y'all, I may not be in the right headspace for this. I don't know if I'm messing up on the date. Well, actually, that's pretty usual for me. Tonight, we have plenty of special guests because normal podcast, I call them podcast grifters, but I guess podcast squatters is correct. Beth and Pit Girl are not here due to, I don't know, we can say personal issues. They took personal leave. No.
I mean, if one is out of town, another
on
one
the injured reserve.
They're on the IR. Is that you say the injured reserve?
Yep. Beth is out with a neck issue, and Pit Girl is out with a strained groin. I don't know.
NHL rules. They have upper body and lower body.
Upper body and lower body injuries. That's it. NHL rules.
Mm-hmm. Where does that? Where's the line between upper and lower body? Is it your waist?
I've got to say the waist, right?
I don't know. Did you take health class?
Okay, but I'm in Texas though.
Oh.
I know. That's what I asked.
So yes, comma, however.
Does that mean like there's animals? Like what does that mean?
I don't know, man. They did make us watch the baby being born video.
Oh no!
Yeah, I watched that too.
From the, we'll call it the first person angle. It was not great.
Well, from when you said that, the first thing in my mind spelled when you said baby being born, I thought baby being BOURNE, and I'm thinking of a baby just like taking people out with like random stuff that's sliding around like a maternity ward. Just God, that baby is going to get to the bottom of whatever's going on in that maternity ward. I'm telling you that.
Oh my God, that's baby Bjorn.
So we have with us tonight special guests Katie, Andrew, Kevin, and always Arthur on the ones and twos. Always have Commish. I'm Jordan. I did that in the wrong order, but who cares? Kevin, how are you?
I'm good. I was in Atlanta for Jason Kirk's book launch over the weekend, so got to meet some fellow committee members and folks from the Discord, and spent entirely too much time in a car, but we're powering through at this point.
Oh, how did the stickers look? I made those stickers.
Oh, they were fabulous.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
I have a whole stack of them, and I'm very excited to put them in places that will irritate people in Jacksonville, Florida.
Love it. Andrew, how are you?
Andrew, are you there?
My audio is really bad.
Okay. It's just like
crank it up.
Let's see.
Fine. We're waiting. Katie,
back.
how are you?
I'm great.
Katie, how are you? No, you lost your turn, Andrew. Katie, how are you?
Poor Andrew. Can I give my turn to Andrew?
No.
how this
You
works.
can yield your time.
No yielding time. Katie, how are you?
I'm great now that I'm not having audio issues.
Wonderful. Commish, how are you?
It's been a day, man. It has been a day. It has been like just enough, please. Like today's been. I'm just done with it. Like let's have some fun, man.
That's why we're here, brother. That's why we're
here. Oh, I've like physically wanted to fight people at work today. That's how bad it was.
Fine, Andrew, you can come back now.
Okay.
How are you?
Hey everyone, I'm good. I'm well. I'm watching basketball. UConn is down by 21 points, so
to whom?
I don't know who's good. Creighton on the road, so you know.
The Blue Jays without a space.
Can I get a DePaul win this year? Is that going to happen?
No.
They're playing Georgetown at home, so anything is possible.
Okay, hey, there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Okay. Well, folks,
my friend is in Chicago, and the tickets are like $3.
You know what? That's
gotta go.
I think I paid more to watch roller derby in Chicago. That was a lot of fun. Best name I found there was. Nope, lost it. I had it until my tongue lost it. Just cut that part out, Arthur. Or don't. I don't care anymore. So tonight, folks, because it is the off-season, we're going to be talking about lots of things. We do have some college football news. The first thing I actually want to bring up is something I'm out of order on the. So when I was adding to the show notes, I was doing it from my bathtub. I got home and took a bath. So I was using it the Google Docs on iOS. Not a great program, not a great app, I won't lie. Not super useful. I don't know how kids these days type whole fucking papers on their phones. Would drive me up the wall.
Wait, is that something that Gen X is doing?
Not Gen X, Gen Z is.
Gen Z, sorry, that's what I meant. It's too late for me.
Let's say you're Gen X.
No, I'm not. I'm a millennial.
You're an elder millennial like me. Okay.
I am an elder millennial. I'm very
But
elder
you know, they
millennial.
they type like whole papers on their phones.
I mean,
That's
I
too
typed
much.
up a whole Madam Web review on my phone, just like sitting there because I didn't have anything else to do.
I can't imagine typing anything more than like 40 words on my phone. I would go absolutely insane. Can't do it.
I feel like if I have to type an email that's more than like 3 sentences, I wait till I get to my computer.
Right? Same.
Yeah,
But they're typing like whole ass papers on their phone.
that's a lot.
It's a lot. I guess we should talk about the college football playoff, something we care deeply about, something that we all love and support. They have adopted
Totally.
their 5+7 thing, which is different than their 6+6 thing. Basically, all this means is that today they adopted to basically change it that they are going to have the 5 highest ranked conference champions and then the next 7 highest seeded teams. What that basically means is that it's not like you have there are not going to be automatically qualifying conferences. It's going to be just the top 5 conference champions. But in all actuality, of course, that's going to mean the Power 4-ish plus some other lucky team. This also means that the same as it sounds before those, the top 4 teams, the first 4 teams get a bye, and those have to be conference champions. So no Notre Dame, which they already agreed to, but also just before.
Yeah, there was a tweet floating around. It was like, Notre Dame's not going to get a bye, and I'm like, this has been known for 3 years. What is this?
Yeah, this
is
has been
everybody
agreed
just
to for
dunking
a
on this
long
one
ass time.
person?
Yeah, I don't know the fuck is on.
Nah, everybody
Also-
wants to just take their time to dunk on Notre Dame.
I just
So.
wanted
Yeah,
to dunk on
let
Notre
him-
Dame. Okay,
let him
that's
have
what it
it.
was. Like,
I
at
feel
least
like
he
that
stressed on
would
Notre Dame.
imply that Notre Dame would be good enough to get a bye ordinarily.
That was someone had posted. Well, now if when Notre Dame's number 1, they're gonna have to be number 5 in the playoff. Y'all, Notre Dame being number 1 is such a far off dream at this point. Let's not.
And like, as the Notre Dame fan on the
How did
pod,
that go last time?
yeah, like we go undefeated and got into the 14 playoff twice. I'm okay being the 5 seed. You can come to South Bend in December. Like, I'm fine with that.
Make some. And here's the thing that was always going to be this way, but it tweaks me is that chances are number 12 is going to be the quote unquote G5 conference, like will be the American champion or Mountain West champion, the MAC champion, sure, Sunbelt champion, take your pick. But that's going to be that spot. And so, yeah, they're going to have to go to one of the higher ranked, basically first out, which that's a rough draw, man. That would have been like Georgia this year.
Ugh.
Or whoever, because
Or
the problem is you can't translate it from
It
this
would have
year
been the
because there were
Oregon
6
Liberty
conferences.
game.
Right, like that, but worse.
Something akin to that.
Right,
Also,
and that's how.
I just want to point out that it's UConn erasure. UConn's also independent.
Yes, and UMass,
I just want justice for UConn. That's all I want.
not Army anymore. Army is now tied to a conference, so
Yeah.
they no longer get this.
Yeah.
But yeah, UConn, UMass, and Notre Dame could all get in an at-large spot.
Mhm.
I don't know. Like this feels they were going to do this no matter
15.
what.
I'm
What's
just dying, like 5th seed UMass.
Oh yeah, 5th
Like,
seed.
UMass. I'm just picturing that. Like they
How
have
many
to.
how
they
many
have to go to
undefeated
McGurk.
years? How many undefeated years in a row would UMass have to have to get up to a 5 seed? It'd have to be at
Like,
least
I'm going 4.
2 or 3.
I think they get
Just-
it the 4th year.
Fourth year
Yeah,
they
the
get.
4th?
Yes.
I'm going 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not.
I'd say
Remember,
3.
Just thinking about
because
like,
that's the
using-
thing, right? Remember, because like UCF, it took them like multiple years for anyone to
Yeah.
even like be like, oh, I
2
guess we should let them play.
2 years.
And they
like,
still haven't
UCF
let
was
them
like-
play.
And then
I'm just
I don't
picturing
think
3 straight years of UMass. Like this UMass team
Undefeated
hasn't lost since 2017. Like, oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh, my brain's still 2020 shit. Sorry.
UMass freshman class of 2032 has not lost a game in their, college career.
Dear God.
The reason I'm using the 3 rule is just like when you would play the NCAA football on EA Sports, like the first 2 years you get no respect, and then the third year they're like, okay, they would start to pay attention to you.
They might give it to him in 3 because after that, like, I'm assuming that whole core is all going to the draft. All of these players that they somehow have.
No,
would not
UMass
stay
reloads.
Hey,
they're Minutemen, okay? They take that one bullet, they put it down the musket, tap it down, and they reload it very slowly.
How long does it take them to reload?
How long? Yeah. How long
How long does a musket
reload time? Let's see here. About 30 seconds.
Okay. Was it 30 years in like we could do that in football terms?
Yeah, that's
well. They won what? They won the national title in 1998.
So they're just reloading still.
They're still reloading. Okay.
I'm just sitting here laughing at the idea of the 3 independents starting their own playoff.
Mm-hmm.
And the winner of UMass playing Notre Dame and claiming a national championship.
Okay, but that's basically what Oceania does in soccer. It's everyone decides who's to play New Zealand. New Zealand wins, and then New Zealand has to play like the 6th ranked team in South America or something. Or they used to. They used to have to get blown out by Uruguay. Or
that's
something.
usually how it goes. Yeah.
But what about Tonga? See, UConn is our Tonga. Oh, I can't wait for World Cup. Let's do some World Cup comparisons later on. Which countries match with which college football teams?
I mean, you were talking about the
can't wait for live
national
Sickos
soccer team
content
on
for the World
Sunday.
Cup.
Oh, that's true. So yeah, the playoff change makes total sense. I know a lot of people were getting weird about this. Yeah, it does kind of suck that the teams that we enjoy, let's say, are not going to get multiple bites at this apple, and they have been very clear that it's going to be the highest ranked teams. There is no cap per conference, so if this may just be oops all Big Ten and SEC, because I think we've proven that ACC is not going to get a shred of that's in basketball terms, that is a one bid conference, if you will, unless Pitt gets really good randomly. But yeah, this is rough. But I think that this is the only way this is going to go forward. I would still love to see all 9.5 conference champs get in a playoff, because I think winning a conference should mean something, but that's clearly not the way they're headed. Remember, it is not the most deserving team, it's the best team. Unless it's the most deserving team. Anyways, what else do we have on the docket here? Oh, how about this? We have a Ferentz retirement, but not the one you think. James Ferentz.
Hold on. You skipped something.
Oh, did I? Oh, I'm sorry, I did. Okay. Go ahead, Commish.
So this kind of leads into where I'm going here.
Go for it.
All right. So the Rams hired Iowa State offensive coordinator Nate Scheelhaase as their pass game specialist. The 33-year-old played QB at Illinois, and then he moved to be the OC for Sean McVay. So he's going to be the passing game specialist there for the Rams. I think I said that wrong already. But so now Iowa State has an offensive coordinator opening. Mm-hmm. And then there's the internet was on fire with, hey, there's a spurned Iowa Hawkeye out for revenge. And it used to be an offensive coordinator.
So
it was the Brian Ferentz, the Iowa State things. And Heavens did change the meme of the Kevin Smith Ferentz meme. Mm-hmm. Kevin James, not Kevin Smith. That's totally different.
I like the idea of a Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith Ferentz, he's silent. It seems like how he coached offensive coordinating, but
Snoochie Booches. Y'all, I was a huge Kevin Smith fan for a long ass time, and still sort of am. And I listened to his podcast was one of my first podcasts that I listened to obsessively, and that might explain a lot about me right there. At least it was that, and not Joe Rogan. Okay, I could have been a lot worse. This could have come out a whole lot worse, y'all.
I think we need to have an episode where everyone admits the most embarrassing podcast they listen to regularly at some point.
Oh God. Oh man, I don't know that emotionally I'm ready for that shit for
I don't
sure.
think we are yet. We need
I
some
don't think
time. We need some time.
So but then we have a Ferentz retirement because
Yeah.
James Ferentz,
Yes.
who I assume goes by Jimmy Ferentz. If I were James Ferentz, I'd go by Jimmy. Jimmy Ferentz sounds like a cool guy.
Jim Ferentz.
Jim Ferentz.
Jimmy
Yeah.
F.
Jimbo
Jimmy F.
Ferentz.
That's what he was known as
Jimmy
when he was in
Ferentz.
New
Jimbo
England.
Ferentz.
Jimbo Ferentz.
Jimbo Ferentz.
So
Jimbo Ferentz. And you can technically go by that.
Yes, that's why.
Could be a Jimbo Ferentz. I mean,
He played for the he was signed with the Texans as a practice squad member. He played for the Broncos
mhm.
and then was signed by the Patriots. I believe he was signed by the Patriots every single year and released, which I'm not laughing at that because this happens. It's just the fact that since 2017, this has happened to him. Every year he gets signed and then released by the Patriots. I'm looking at his,
Yeah.
I'm looking at his,
It's incredible.
because it's always, he re-signs, he's waived and signed to the practice squad, he was signed to the active roster, and then released. And we're just going to keep churning this thing through year by year. He does have 2 Super Bowl rings, however.
Yeah, he won 2 Super Bowls.
Only
it seems to be both with
no Big Ten championships.
no, none.
He was second team All Big Ten once.
Mm-hmm.
But he has 2 Super Bowl rings. There you go, Tony Romo. How many do you
I
have?
just want to read his history, James Ferentz, with the New England Patriots, as you said, that happened.
Go for it.
Yeah, let's
great.
go right ahead and read it. So May 18th, 2017, he was on with the Patriots. Then he was waived on September 2nd. And then he signed to the practice squad the next day. He signed a reserve future contract in 2018, February 6th, 2018.
That's
on
one.
On September 1st, he was waived, signed back to the practice squad,
2.
promoted to the active squad on November 3rd, 2018. He won his second Super Bowl when they defeated the Rams 13-3. On August 31st, 2019, he was released during final roster cuts, then re-signed on September 6th, 2019. On September 16, 2020, he was signed
4.
to the Patriots practice squad, promoted to the active roster on 2026. September 26, 2020. Then placed on the COVID reserve list on October 16th, and then activated on October 28th. On May 17th, 2021, he re-signed with the Patriots. He was waived and signed to the practice squad the following day. So May 18th. Then he was signed to the active roster on October 27th, then released on November 8th, re-signed to the practice squad. On March 14th, he re-signed with the Patriots. He was released on August 30th, 2022, signed to the practice squad the next day. He was then promoted to the active roster on September 6th. On March 9th, Ferentz re-signed with the Patriots. He was released on August 29th, 2023, then re-signed to the practice squad, and then up to the active roster on December 23rd. And then he announced his retirement just yesterday, February 19th. So
That's not the worst. Look, that's not the worst way to do that. He did play 15 games for the Patriots in 2019, but only started 2 of those. But he'd been coming in. He played a game or 2 a year.
Yeah,
He played 12 games for the Patriots in 2022.
I mean, he's got 2 Super Bowl rings. It's not a bad career at all.
No.
I mean, just being like a backup offensive lineman, it just seemed like the Patriots were doing this. Like, hey, we have an agreement with you. You're going to be on the practice squad, and we're going to do this dance every single year.
I have altered the deal. Pray I do not alter it again.
Yeah.
But Jimmy Ferentz has decided to retire.
Jimbo Ferentz. I love it.
Jimbo Ferentz. And who knows where he'll go now? People are saying that it's time for him to go into coaching.
Yeah.
So
everybody's making the joke, too, that he's coming back to Kirk's staff.
Which is why we haven't made the joke, because the joke was already there. Anyways. Katie, do you want to save the date for me for April 3rd? You and I want to save the date.
3rd for what?
Well, you posted something today that I got really excited about. There's a coaches clinic.
Oh, I didn't even pay attention to the date.
And who's on that coaches clinic, Katie?
2 of my favorite people. Do you know that I actually requested on LinkedIn to connect with Houston Nutt, and he never accepted my request.
Oh my
What
god!
does he do? He's the keynote
no.
speaker.
I know. Oh, my dream is to be friends with him on LinkedIn, connected to him on LinkedIn professionally.
I want to know what kind of wild ass shit he gets up to on LinkedIn.
But
People
he's
use
not
LinkedIn
even-
in wildly different ways.
I know they do.
Oh, God.
He's
I
not
mean,
even-
honestly, if there was a football coach to be on LinkedIn, it would be the one that is, I think, most notorious for offering himself up for jobs.
True.
It's true.
In this coach's clinic, it is Houston Nutt, and who is the head
And-
coach?
Mike Gundy,
Mike Gundy.
which is my favorite. Yeah, I'd like to attend. I'd like to
Yes.
become a man. Attend and become a man.
I'd like to
That's how
attend
you
to become a
become a
man too. Maybe this is how I get into 40. I turned 40 this summer. Maybe this is how I need to get into it.
Oh, boy.
Excuse
Oh,
me,
boy.
Mr. Coach Gundy. I'm a man. I'm 39, and I need some help.
Have I ever told you guys about the day that my sister discovered Houston Nutt's name and lost her mind? And then I had to tell her, I think it was the commish that told me his brother's
Yeah.
name.
Brother's name is Dickie Nutt.
Yeah, Dickie Nutt.
Yes, the basketball coach.
And my sister was like, this is the most unserious sport. I can't understand why you like it.
But for that that
Oh.
same fucking reason.
I knew it was with an E as well when I just typed it in.
Ah, it's so good.
The whole
Oh.
family is
We just-
phenomenal.
We should just name people Dickie, and I'm not sure why we did that to people.
Yeah, is that a nickname or is that his like actual?
No, his name is Dickie Albert Nutt, which sounds like
Oh, I had
Yes.
just assumed it was
Same.
somebody
No,
having
wait.
a terrible
Okay.
nickname for Richard.
no,
as
Dickie
Same.
Albert
most-
Nutt.
No, his
Dickie
name
Albert
is,
Nutt sounds like
No, his name is David. His
Oh,
name
is it
David,
really?
Unfortunately.
Or is that an extra
Oh.
brother? Are we not
Yeah.
sure? Are we sure that's not an extra?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's also a
Right.
Dennis Nutt. Dennis Nutt's the one that's head coach at Ouachita Baptist
Yes.
for football, I believe. No, basketball. He's a basketball coach too.
Mm.
So yeah, there's lots of nuts.
Just a whole bunch of them. Yep.
I do want to shout out Victoria at Dirtbag Queer on Twitter, who made a great point that whenever you look at Wikipedia articles for coaches, their kids' names are always either like Axel, Tractor, and Thresher, or they all start with the same letter. It's like Hubert, like Howie, and Harry. It's one of the two.
It's ridiculous.
General Booty. General Booty.
Yes.
Talked about him before. Of the
Booty, yes.
Texas Booties. Yeah.
Of the booties.
The best part is that General Booty's a great name, but it completely misses that his middle name is Axel. General Axel Booty makes it so much better.
Yeah. Why did we
Like,
skip that? It's
Named
great.
for Axel Rose. It's great. Like the whole the Booty clan is vast. Is vast.
Love it.
The Booty Clan is a knockoff TMNT villain.
That was the porn parody, I believe. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle porn
You're
parody.
telling me
was-
the Foot Clan isn't the porn parody?
I know, right? I'll never forget how old I was. Like when I first realized that the Foot was supposed to be a parody of the Hand in Daredevil comics. They have the Hand, and then there's the Foot in Ninja Turtles. When I realized that, everything clicked for me. Y'all, can I complain about graphic design for a little bit? I know that's not like everyone's
Please.
thing, but
I'm
holy
here for
shit,
this.
America
I'm ready.
East, we gotta talk. I don't know if y'all heard this thing called the America East Conference. The America East Conference
Have
is a
I?
basketball. They're a basketball only conference. Let me get the members here because I can never actually remember. Vermont's in there, I believe.
Wait,
Here
can
we
I
go.
try to-
Yeah, it's a lot of my
Can I try to
favorites.
guess?
Yeah, go for it.
UMass Lowell, I think is in
Yeah,
there.
UMass Lowell's in there. Got one.
Okay.
What else we got?
Vermont. You
UMass
said
Lowell,
Vermont, right?
Vermont.
Yeah, I know UMBC is in there because of that one time
Hampshire.
they played Virginia.
Yep. UMBC, New Hampshire.
Hmm.
Maine.
Got another New England, big New England football team.
Is Maine in there?
Binghamton.
Maine's in there, yeah.
Okay.
And another really good team this year
my
from
audio
that
coming through?
part of the country. They got that dog in them. Our Great
dog.
Danes.
Oh,
Albany.
Albany.
No,
Albany, yeah. Then we got Bryant, Binghamton,
Brian.
and the
Binghamton.
New Jersey Institute of Technology.
Oh, NJIT. Okay.
Yeah.
NJIT.
Shout
And-
out NJIT.
They used to have this pretty cool light blue, dark blue A with a hidden E in it, America East Conference logo. And I believe it was Pete Thiemel who dropped it today, that they're changing it. And it just looks like, well, So tell me if I'm wrong here. It looks like an interstate shield, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly what it looks like.
100%, yeah.
And it has sort of a text effect that looks like a superhero America East font. Like it's coming at you slightly. Like the shield isn't even all the way filled in. It's awful. I hate this. I hope some graphic designer got paid big bucks to do this. And I can't wait to see the press briefing that's like, well, the shield represents America and the star represents
Unity.
how we stand together.
Yeah.
And the top red stands for the blood that we shed, and the blue stands for our freedoms.
No, the America East, it stands for all the interstates we drive to get to each game because we don't take flights.
It's the I-95 conference. That's what we're
Yeah,
going to
very
start
much is
calling
the
it.
United Conference.
It kind of seems that way.
It is the we pay Delaware tolls conference.
Oh, you got to go around. But they won't let
To get
you
the
You can't go around
that
Delaware.
little piece of Delaware.
There's
You are paying the
Philadelphia.
toll.
Otherwise, there's no way around it that isn't going to Philly.
That damn Delaware, like little the top part of it. It's ridiculous.
So yeah, they redesigned it, and I hate it. They have a new slogan too. Let me find it.
Oh, there's a new slogan along
Yeah.
with the rebrand.
It is, and it's now says. Of course, it's not even coming up in
If it's not
anything
something
now.
rhyming, if it's not
No, it's
something
not-
rhyming
it's not even
east with
clever.
east, what are we even doing?
No, it's not even clever. It is. Oh my god, I can't find it anywhere. Y'all, I'm having a day too, Commish. I'm so sorry. Here we go. It is where champions rise.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Champions of what?
I don't know. They're not specific about it.
Are they rising like bread? Like yeasty? Like
So
what's the-
someone suggested in our tweets, I can't remember who it was.
Wait,
Suggested
did
that
you just
they
say
call-
the America yeast?
That's someone suggested that.
Like,
Someone
are they
suggested
rising
that.
like bread?
Yeah.
Are they? It's like the America Yeast Conference. All right, perfect. We got it. It's just
great.
rebranded as the America Yeast. It's
Yeast.
the bread conference.
This is just the most generic nothingness redesign, and it makes me angry. And I had to share that with you guys.
For
So
some reason, I
mad.
think of
It makes
American
me-
Tourister when I saw it, but I think it's just the red on top and the their
Like
old
the
logo.
suitcases.
Yeah, no, you post a picture of the
It just
suitcase
reminded
tags,
me
and
of
it
that.
looks
That's like the
just
first thing I
like
thought, and then
that.
I thought of the interstate thing, but I think it was just because the red on top and the blue on the bottom. It's pretty funny though. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Hey, can we get like, definitely need something that is red, white, and blue because we're America and it's the East and we're just blue on blue with a little bit of white. Let's change it up a little bit. We need to Americanize it a little bit.
Can we make an America Yeast sticker for the Sickos store? We get in trouble for that.
I mean, if they're not using their old logo, who fucking cares?
Yeah,
America
we used all-
Yeast. And
Just
make
use all
the
American
logo.
Tourister thing. Just
make the
it
old
slightly
logo,
different.
make it rise like it looks like bread.
Oh, a
You
little
could-
bumpy, a little
little
instead of the sharp
bump
bevel, a
in the
little
bread.
rounding
Yeah.
bevel.
Just
Yeah.
make it
Could all-
a red, white, and blue loaf of bread, so it looks kind of French too. It'd be perfect.
With a little mustache that says bonjour.
Bonjour.
Oh, we.
There's a shop near me that sells macarons, so we pronounce it, the little squishy colored ones, not the coconut ones. And they have little stickers of little like cartoon macaroons with mustaches that say bonjour, and I love them.
That's amazing.
It makes me think this. There is some table tennis talk I'd like to share, y'all. There has been a controversy in table tennis. The U.S. men's table tennis team has been eliminated from Paris 2024 after losing to Kazakhstan 3-1 because American Jishan Liang was disqualified due to racket control issues. What do you guys think racket control issues in table tennis would mean?
I would guess it means what happened when I played with my sister's Wii one time and I didn't have the arm strap on and I threw it across the room and I got yelled at. It was when she was like, I think like 12. She'd just gotten it for Christmas. And I was like 27. It was not a good scene. I got in trouble for that.
When I used to play beer pong the correct way with the paddle, the one you hold in your hand,
Mhm.
You're allowed to throw the paddle to get the ball back over the net.
Oh.
And so
didn't know
I got
that.
very good. I would roll the ball across my chest and down my arm to my paddle that I would like throw it. And I was very good at this, or at least I thought I was. I was probably very drunk. And I was thinking like, oh, maybe he threw the paddle. What are you laughing
Yeah,
at?
that's what I'm
Commish?
guessing.
I'm just trying to picture this in my head. It's like it's almost every single
That-
pod we
it was
have, like
that
one of your
motion.
drunken stories. It's great.
I just tell little bits and pieces because every time I go into it and I'm like, oh yeah, this is something that's totally relatable and like sane. The
Yeah.
looks on everyone's faces are like, oh
Everyone's like-
shit, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, when I played beer pong the right way,
With paddles.
when we had paddles
when I come
back
to
in
your
my
house,
day at
Grish, when I come-
Dartmouth.
when I come down to your house, I'll bring some paddles. I'll bring a piece of plywood. I'll get some
Plywood.
plastic cups. I'll show you how
Let's
to play. Let's go. So apparently, what this is actually is that I had to go to Reddit because Reddit was going to tell me this, and Reddit told me, I believe, quote, this is from Reddit user Zhuang Corp. I believe they tested the racket after the match and found it to be over the thickness limit.
Oh,
And apparently they tested the rackets before the match, but then he switched to another one, and Team Kazakhstan noticed this and told the organizers. The second
Oh,
racket
no.
was too thick / boosted, so they could disqualify them. I tried to find this on YouTube, but they do not have that available in my country.
oh.
They're trying to hide it from me.
Mm.
This is a fucking conspiracy. So, of course, I go to the rules from the International Table Tennis Federation. Anyone want to guess what country the International Table Tennis Federation is organized in?
I'm going to say China.
Mhm.
No.
Okay.
Where are all shady multinational sports?
Miami. Just kidding.
True. Yeah. Ooh, so close, Katie. You stop me on the question, though. Stop me on the
Brazil.
question.
Brazil?
Where are all like shady multinational sports organizations headquartered? Where's FIFA headquartered?
I
The
don't know.
UAE.
No. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
Switzerland.
It's Switzerland. It's always Switzerland. So the International Table Tennis Federation at Avenue de Rodin 54 in Lausanne, Switzerland. I did pull up their rules about the racket. The racket may be of any size, shape, or weight. Okay. I want you to think about that real fast. The racket may be of any size, shape, or weight, but the blade shall be flat and rigid. So you could take any size tells me you could take like a hand or something like a pizza paddle size.
You could play table tennis with a cricket bat.
Yes, absolutely you could. Well, no. So here's the other thing. At least 85% of the blade by thickness shall be of the natural wood. An adhesive layer within the blade may be reinforced with fibrous materials such as carbon fiber, a carbon fiber ping pong paddle. We live in amazing times. Glass fiber or compressed paper, but shall not be thicker than 7.5 of the total thickness or 0.35 millimeters, whichever is smaller. The side of the blade used for striking the ball shall be covered with either ordinary pimpled rubber, with pimples outwards having a total thickness, including adhesive, of not more than 2 millimeters, or sandwich rubber with pimples inward or outward, having a total thickness, including adhesive, of no more than 4 millimeters.
Okay, does it really say pimples or does it say dimples?
It says pimpled rubber. And I've said pimpled more times than I have since I was like 14.
Oh, that's great.
I need to get some Claricel now because I feel gross. So yeah, like there's there are lots of there's lots of rules for this, like there are in any sport. But yeah, apparently the blade was too thick. But now
It sounds like the rubber was too thick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
some
the
part was. That's
padding
right.
because
Yeah.
they don't seem to care about the actual thickness of the wood.
As long as it's 85%, at least 85%. So yes, it might have too much rubber. So they disqualify them, and Team USA is not going to be going
Oh.
to Paris. And that's just, I don't think I can take this anti-Americanism anymore. That's what this is. They hate it for our freedom.
Yeah, specifically the men's team is not going. There's, I believe, a mixed doubles and a individual or something like that are still in there. I was credit to Roger Sherman for bringing this to our attention. I was reading further
Oh,
down
yes,
the
I
thread,
totally
and they
forgot
were
to. Thank
listing
you.
off some of the other options. Some of the remaining chances that we had to qualify with other groups were, the U.S. team is out of the men's competition at this point. But
So can we bring back freedom fries? Like seeking
Yeah,
justice
no, this
for-
is
Yes.
we're absolutely
Yes.
going. Let's bomb the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, hold up, wait, no.
petition to call
Can you
this
say I'll stick
Inflategate
my
because it was too thick.
Oh, I like that.
I'll
Yeah,
take I'll stick my thick paddle up here. No.
Oh, let's turn it into a Toby Keith podcast,
No,
please.
finish that thought, please.
I was
I love it.
No.
Toby Keith. But
Do you remember?
Oh wait, that's an Alan
No.
Jackson song.
By the way,
song.
Creighton beats UConn and the Court
I
of
just saw
Storms.
that on Twitter.
Yep, Creighton wins.
I posted
UConn.
this video of the students climbing over the chairs. It's so funny.
like they're just like, oh, we're gonna get ready to storm. The calm before
Yeah,
the storm.
yeah. It's always
when
the
they all
calm
get
before
close.
the storm.
Other things, by the way, playing clothing for table tennis. Playing clothing shall consist of a short-sleeved or sleeveless shirt and shorts or skirt or one-part sports outfit, socks, and playing shoes. Other garments, such as part or all of a tracksuit, shall not be worn during play except with the permission of the referee.
So I can't wear a
So you
tube
gotta go out
top.
there with your tracksuit on, rip the pants off in one smooth motion to show off the shortest shorts you've ever seen.
But I can't wear a tube top. That's unfortunate.
You also can't
No,
wear
you
long
can't.
sleeves.
It's sleeveless. You're fine.
Oh, okay.
It's sleeveless. You're allowed.
Sleeveless. You're right. That's true. Technically sleeveless. You're right. That's fair.
Maybe this is gonna be a new segment,
just
Commish, where I just read from one Olympic sports rule book every week.
Somebody was mad that we didn't talk about. I think it was like not skeet shooting, but like bobsled or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, somebody was upset that we didn't talk about that on
Skeleton?
the podcast.
We'll cover everything, y'all. Hey, you know, it's a long ass off season. I can talk about lots of things.
Yeah, no skeleton or bobsled world
We
championship.
have someone coming on to
this
talk
one.
about Iditarod in a couple weeks, y'all.
We do.
Yes.
We're
do.
totally talking. Like I said, this segment's gonna get weird. We're just gonna get crazy with it. Just throw it in there.
I haven't even mentioned korfball yet.
No. We
Did you
may
see
start.
U.S. is ranked third in the nation in beach korfball.
Well, third in the nation.
Third in the world, sorry. In beach
Okay.
korfball.
Okay.
Be really impressive third in the nation. In the nation, they're still third.
Yeah.
They're not very good, y'all. Okay, let's do this. Let's do ads now, and then we'll get to Open Cup drama and then some basketball. First off, as always, y'all, you're welcome to throw us $5 a month. And if you do that, you make me happy because I can go get... I had a cup of coffee today. I went to Dutch Brothers, and I had a coffee called The Annihilator.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's like a mocha macadamia iced coffee, but it doesn't have like extra shots. So the Annihilator feels way too intense for what is like a nice sweet cup of coffee. An Annihilator should be like 6 espresso shots and 2 cups of coffee and a Red Bull turned over in it.
You mean to tell me that this Annihilator didn't have more caffeine than the Forbidden Panera lemonade?
No.
Yeah, no lemonade.
So if you give me $5 a month, I'll drink that. You also, if you do that, you also get access to our Discord where we talk about delightful, crazy things. We also plan new graphics and new ideas. And
Yeah, it's fun.
right
Shout
now,
out to-
we're
Oh, I wanted to say shout out to Fred for just recently joining. So
yes,
welcome, Fred.
and we have tons of folks in there who are always just throwing around ideas, watching baseball, watching sports at all hours of the day. So if you want to come talk with folks, come join us. You also, if you subscribe to our Patreon, you also get access to Commish's Corner and Beth and Jordan's unnamed fight song / school song podcast that we're still working. We're workshopping. We also have our Substack as well. On there, Commish is working on our best season of all time for teams who stopped having schools who stopped having a football team. Probably a 63-part series. We're working on that.
Yeah, I mean, I will get to another one this week. I have it like partially,
Life is hard, yo. I got you.
but it has been a week, and trying to do something, some fun for it, because I mean, just going through these it's a lot of labor, but I like doing them. I'll keep it going. I will have some other stuff for the Substack coming soon too, so should be some fun stuff.
We have our merch store at sickoscommunity.org. We have our Ladies is Sickos gear, our safety alert, and our new Vaporwave gear, which I really enjoy. Hey, y'all, we have a YouTube channel, and there's actually videos on it now. Our good friend Hector, who does the video stuff for the podcast Split Zone Duo, has started doing little YouTube shorts for us about the podcast. So go check those out. Those are great. We want that sweet, sweet Google ad money so we can start, I don't know. We'll be the Is Mr. Beast still a thing? Everyone here is too old to know that. Arthur, Arthur, is Mr. Beast still a thing?
I don't know who that is.
God damn it. Okay. Well,
He's.
Oh wait,
I feel
actually,
like
wait,
he's
no.
on Twitter
Yes,
now.
but I'd like to avoid
No,
association.
I actually
with
the
him.
only reason I know who he is because there was a thing where he was like, he posted a video on Twitter, and then Twitter like advertised it to every single
made it
person
an
that
ad,
could,
right?
basically to make the impressions as high as possible that they could then tout and be like, oh, see, everyone's watching videos on Twitter. And it's like,
Gotcha.
okay, this one video that you put in everyone's feed as many times as possible.
I don't know. Maybe we'll be Mr. Beast. We'll give away $10 million for things. I don't know. Follow us
So
on
they-
YouTube.
So they
Are we
did.
gonna bring out a Sickos burger like the Mr. Beast burger? Or?
Yeah, sure. Although ours won't literally be like weird and moldy. I don't know if that's an actionable statement.
Yeah, it'll just have the Sickos face on the sesame bun, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Nice. Burn it in there.
We also have our Instagram account as well, where I post things with filters.
Yeah.
And of course, as always, shout out to Message
Post
Board
weird
Jesus.
things because the commish is sleeping.
Yes. Did you like that tartan?
Yeah. It was nice. It
I-
felt
Are
it
you
felt like
sleeping?
pajamas. So it helped me sleep better. When I woke up this morning, I wanted to go back to sleep.
Y'all, the collection of official school tartans I have that I'm working on finishing off is great. Because there are some real bangers in there, and there are some in there that you're like, what the fuck was this school absolutely thinking? And for some schools, I'm going to make one up because I found a bunch of tartan makers. So that'll be fun. As always, shout out to Message Board Genius' podcast. They go to the places that we refuse to go because my therapist had told me that's not good for me. He said, stop talking about football and therapy. And lastly, Home Field Apparel, our first love, our best love. If you love soft collegiate apparel that's officially licensed, make sure you pick up stuff from Home Field Apparel. They have all the schools you can think of. And if they don't, holler at them and maybe your school will finally give in. Use
Also,
offer
they
code.
got some sweet NASCAR merch coming up.
Oh, they do have some sweet
Old
NASCAR
school.
merch.
Old school
That-
stuff
yeah.
coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
Like some Hendrix Motorsports coming out on Friday.
Use
the
offer code.
code,
Yes.
And I have
Very
seen some
topical.
of this in person because it was
I-
present at the
Oh,
live
that's
show
right. Spencer
last
was bringing it
weekend.
live.
It is brilliant.
They shared it with the varsity club members, and it's really good. It's really, really good.
Use our offer code. Yes, ha ha ha. Yes, that's 3 ha's for 15% off your first order. And we have a 3-way Sickos shirt showdown this week. LSU being our hinge. If we have a 3-way that looks like a V, LSU is our hinge. And on one side we have Mississippi State. And on the other side we have the Lady Vols. Because Mississippi State is playing the LSU men in Baton Rouge, and the women LSU Lady Tigers. No, that's awful. The LSU women are going to Tennessee to play the Lady Vols. We have all three. We have searched for all three schools. They are 25% off, no matter even if you used your code before. Use offer code committee to get 25% off those shirts. If you Google Home Field Apparel Sickos Shirt Showdown, the list of all the shirts we have on sale come up. 25% off any of those if you use offer code committee while supplies last. Offer not valid in, I don't know, Guam, maybe. I don't know.
Sure.
Sure. No, they probably ship to Guam. Guam's in the
I would think
States.
so. I'm sure it's expensive.
Offer not valid in Turkmenistan.
Okay.
I don't know about
you
offer not
purchased,
valid. I think there are
Home Field?
places we can legally say the offer is not valid if they're like on the sanctions list. Like I think offer would definitely not be valid in like
North
Syria or like North Korea.
Okay. Offer not valid in North Korea. Hey,
Yeah.
go
I
fuck
think that's a
yourself,
safe
Kim
bet.
Jong-un.
Jesus
If
Christ.
you've ordered home field
Cuba-
to Guam,
Cuba's definitely
please
out.
contact us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have listeners in Guam, so
We do?
yeah, we have listeners in Guam, so I almost guarantee that if they listen to us and they're in Guam, they probably have home field as well. Did I tell you about? I think I've told you about the time that I found someone was working at the Black Ops site on Diego Garcia in the middle of the Indian Ocean because they listened to our
downloaded
podcast.
our podcast.
They downloaded our podcast from Diego Garcia, a joint American British
no.
base in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Hey, shout out to whoever was listening to us while you were sitting out there. It's great.
Thank
Okay,
you for
so we
your
have
service.
It happens. So we have a couple of things we got to talk about today. We want to talk about today. Let's start with this. Hey, Kevin, because we had Doug on last time talking about MLS and a little about the U.S. Open Cup, but more things have happened. Can you tell us if the MLS teams are going to be in the Open Cup?
As of today, I cannot.
Okay,
but
great.
Because you talked about this on Sunday, of course, things had to immediately get weirder.
Yeah, of course.
So, Doug mentioned that MLS as a governing body, is currently trying to not enter their teams in this tournament and instead enter their youth development teams.
What is the reason that MLS teams don't want to be in this?
The cited reason from MLS is scheduling and, managing the load on their players and just managing scheduling with a whole series of other tournaments that they have going on. Cause there's, if you place highly enough, there's CONCACAF Nations League, Champions League, Nations League is
Right.
obviously nations, but, there's a relatively new-ish one that they're doing with the teams in Liga MX, the Mexican league, called the Leagues Cup.
Okay.
Which is an MLS and Liga creation. So their complaint about the scheduling is largely their own fault because they put a new tournament in there as well, but that's beside the point. So that's their largest complaint. They also don't feel that the return on this tournament is good enough for the amount of commitment that they're putting in. They don't like the finances of it. And there's a really excellent article that I'm working on getting through on all of that right now, but I am not good with money terms and it keeps putting me to sleep. So I can't explain that part.
That's boring shit. Sounds like they're scared and they're running away from it. Got it.
So they announced in December that they were not going to be entering their teams and they were planning on entering their development teams, which come from a league called MLS Next Pro, instead in this tournament. They just told the U.S. Soccer Federation, this is what's happening.
Does every team have an MLS Next team?
Let me Google because I think so.
Sorry, I'm asking questions. Sorry.
I'm also Googling.
It looks like it. They're not always named for the same thing. There are certainly some that are,
I know like FC Dallas is North Texas SC or whatever.
Yeah, and there's Inter Miami 2.
A lot of them are like Columbus Crew 2 and whatever.
Yeah. Just throw a Roman numeral on it. Just makes it better.
But there's also
why wouldn't they call them junior? But
are not fully affiliated or not affiliated yet. My local team, Jacksonville Armada, is joining next year. They're an existing team in another league. They're changing leagues. They don't have an MLS affiliation, but they are joining that one because it's a better structural situation for them and finances and all kinds of fun stuff with that. But anyway, the Soccer Federation came back and said, you are not putting these developmental teams in here instead, because it's literally written into our bylaws that you have to top level teams have to participate in all representative U.S. soccer and CONCACAF competitions for which they are eligible. That's a direct quote from their league standards.
Gotcha.
And the committee within the U.S. Soccer Federation that runs the Open Cup agreed with that. And then also last December, U.S. Soccer formed a separate subcommittee, not the one that runs the Open Cup, to look at this thing and, quote, reach an agreement with MLS.
Yeah.
Or reach a resolution about this. And that committee did not report to either the current committee or the board of directors of the Federation.
Okay, sure, why not?
And that committee came out on Tuesday and presented a plan of, hey, this is how we're doing that. We don't have any details on what that plan is, but they have said that it will not look like previous editions and will be a hybrid of MLS and Next Pro teams. So the MLS teams enter in two waves. There's some that enter in one round and some that enter in a subsequent round. So presumably it would be split along those lines, but we don't have those details yet. But anyway, before they came out with that on Monday, the chair of the existing Open Cup committee resigned we don't have details on that either, but seemingly out of in protest for being pressured to stand down on his stance on this whole MLS thing. So it's all up in the air, and they're supposed to start play in less than a month.
It starts soon-ish, right?
Yes, the first round of this tournament, which features 32 amateur and lower level professional teams, all of whom have been qualified since last year, some as early as August, has been on the schedule for a while, and those games are going to be March 19th through the 21st, so a month away. And those matchups have not been announced, the locations have not been announced, there's no details on that structure yet. So when I get that, I'm going to write something for the Substack on it and try and do a primer on all of these amateur teams and why you should pay attention to them. And hopefully come on here and do a wee scoozy about that as well.
Sounds good. Okay. Any other interesting soccer-y things we need to talk about?
As of right now, the U.S. women's team is playing against the Dominican Republic in the first ever CONCACAF Gold Cup, CONCACAF W Gold Cup, officially Women's Gold Cup. They are up
for the ladies.
Yeah, they're up 2-0. This will be going on for the next couple weeks. When is our next game?
Is it sexist as shit, Katie, that the logo for the CONCACAF Women's World Cup is pink?
Nope, love it.
Nope, that's fine. Okay,
it's a good logo. I like it. It is
we're in a
weird
group
to
with
be
Dominican
pink.
Republic,
Yeah,
Argentina, and Mexico.
Argentina's not in our confederation. What are they doing there?
It's the Gold Cup, so it's all Americas.
No, it's not. The Gold Cup is not all America. Gold Cup is just North America.
The Gold Cup is the regional CONCACAF tournament. So it is teams that, it is all of the CONCACAF teams, but it is not necessarily exclusively CONCACAF teams.
Oh, is this like when they invited Qatar to do the regular Gold Cup for whatever reason?
This is why the U.S. ends up in the
Copa America.
Copa America every couple of years. Yeah. It's in order to build out the numbers to have a proper, to have whatever bracket size they want. They've invited some other teams.
I mean, like
do you want me to name the teams from South America?
I just looked at it, so I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool.
It's Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, and Paraguay, which are very good teams. I mean, Brazil's very good. Colombia is one of the better women's teams as well in the world. So like this is all good. I'm excited for this. But yeah, okay, cool. Good luck. I think is Alex Morgan playing tonight?
I don't know if
she did not start.
One. She's not one of the scorers.
Saw that.
But like she dressed out for this game, right? Like she's in a uniform.
She didn't start, but let me check if she's on the bench. She is on the bench.
Someone got hurt.
So
she got pulled. She got pulled up. Oh, because Mia Fischel got toward ACL.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see the Omega Ball post I posted the other day?
The three-team soccer.
Did, yes.
It's three-way soccer.
I'm very interested to learn more.
It's basically a circle with 3 goals, 1 ball. There's no everything's a corner kick. There's no throw-ins. And the goalies and the people who are doing the corner kicks just there's no corner kicks. Well, okay. It's a circle. So the idea of a corner kick is farcical, but it's like a little mini circle, whatever. And so they have these rapid ball feeders. So that no one has to go chase a ball. You just grab the next one and go. It's supposed to be very fast. It's super chaotic. It reminds me of bunch ball, like watching a bunch of 4-year-olds play soccer. Because it's just these mass of people. Because 2 teams will all of a sudden decide to pick on one of them at once. There's no... It messes with your concept of this. It was on the Ocho the other night. I really enjoyed it.
It reminds me of, growing up, had a tabletop air hockey, 4-player air hockey thing with little pinball paddles that you use to shoot instead of the pucks that you move around. And it was the same thing where you could theoretically score on any of the other goals, and it was incredibly goofy and just looked like that.
It needs another ball. If I had to add one thing to Omega Ball, It needs two
Multi-ball.
balls. Yeah, it needs two balls. Because one ball, it's a little too focused. You can sort of like you can like group up too much. Also, there's only 5 players on per team, so it's 4 in the field and then one keeper, and the keeper can
It's
score.
really compact. Yeah,
It's really compact, but I kind of love it. I think it's trademarked, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to come up with our own version for Sicko Ball. Maybe 5. 5's a really weird number. 7's better. A 7-sided, a septagonal, a field with 7 goals and 3 players. I like this. Okay, we'll figure this out.
Commish does not appear sold.
No,
I just can't picture it.
He just
Maybe
needs a
if you give me-
visual.
let's go. I'll
I
get
need
you a
a
chart.
visual.
It's fine. I'll get you a
Give
chart.
me a
It's fine.
visual and maybe I'm in.
There we go. Oh, this is like fucking Shark Tank. Commish,
Go.
I'd like to bring you my idea. Okay, now we have a update for basketball. Andrew, you're one of like our main basketball folks. How is basketball right now, just in general? How is basketball doing? How are you doing?
I'm great. I mean, it's been a fun season. My particular teams are very bad, but
They're all
you
really
know, that's
bad this
fine.
year.
Yeah, Michigan is kind of a disgrace. We don't have to talk about that. That's more sad than Sickos at this point, honestly. But
all 3
it's
of your
been a great
teams made a
season.
new head coach.
Wait, who are your 3 teams?
Yeah,
Michigan and who else?
Michigan, UCLA,
Okay.
and Ohio State.
So Ohio State has already fired
Just
their
fired the
coach,
right? Yeah.
and then they've upset the number 1 or 2 team in the nation.
And then they beat Purdue.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And then they beat
How
Purdue.
did I not know that you're a fan of Michigan and Ohio State basketball? I have some questions. We can talk about that later.
Oh no, he's got
that's,
degrees from Michigan, Ohio State, and he's working on one at UCLA right now, right?
No,
Or is
I
it the other way around?
have them from Michigan and UCLA, and now I'm
Okay,
at
he's working on
State.
Ohio State. That's
So-
the
Okay.
last one. Okay.
Okay.
I'm
okay,
sure
that
all
makes
my
more sense.
Michigan friends who are listening are not pleased with that. But,
The
you know,
Big Ten
okay.
Triforce.
it is what it is. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I need the Big Ten hat, you know. So, but it's been a fun season. We're in the throes of conference season right now, and then we're going to get into conference tournaments, which are always insane. Probably not fair to some of the teams, but that's a different conversation. That if you're a mid-major team and you are the 1 seed and you lose, you're out and done. So, but there's also the opportunity for bid stealing, which is always very fun. And the people at the bottom of the bubble get kind of screwed, but it's interesting and fun. So I have a list here of things, and then we're going to I made like a bubble resume game, and most of them are from the same conference. So hopefully that should be fun. Washington State is, I believe, 20-6. They're in the top 25 for the first time in like 12 years.
So much
just
so
double
that the
checking there.
AP did not have their logo ready.
Yeah, it's been a great story. They shoot a lot of threes. That's what their coach is known for, and their defense has been really good this year.
I was
Their
told
best
that people
player.
shooting threes is killing the sport. Is that true? Okay.
No.
No one has a nice mid-range jumper anymore, is what I'm being told.
Did you see the chart of Alabama basketball?
Yes.
They didn't take a single mid-range jumper in a game.
Yep. It was all under the basket or from the fucking arc. I love it.
Back in my day, we would take nothing but elbow jumpers.
So their best player is named Miles Rice, and there's actually a really good story about him that I've linked for y'all to take a look. And he actually overcame cancer. He was diagnosed when he was a freshman, or like when he was still a recruit. He went through all the treatment in Wazoo, white-shirted, of course. His mom moved out there, and now he's their best player, and he's really leading them. So it's a great story.
Awesome.
For him and for them. Our beloved Sycamores, Indiana State, got ranked and then immediately lost back-to-back games in the Missouri Valley. And they were to Illinois State and our Salukis. So
Ooh, our fancy dogs.
They lost 2 times, which is pretty sad for their sake. But
the trees got too high.
Yep. Too close to the sun, probably burned their leaves off or something.
Burn
we already mentioned Ohio State. They fired their coach and then they beat Purdue on Sunday. So that was pretty funny. And UConn just lost by, I think, 13 or 14 points to Creighton. So don't know who the best team is. It's probably Houston. They beat Iowa State yesterday. I want to take everybody's attention to Tampa, a sentence I've definitely never said before.
You have
South
my
Florida
attention.
Bulls. The University of South Florida Bulls have won 11 games in a row.
That's wild.
Before this, the last 3 seasons, they won 8 games, 9 games, and 14 games total.
Ooh.
So their coach has been killing it. I believe his name, I'm going to double check his name.
USF's in their blow-up era. They also had a good, decent football season.
Yeah, they only have one. They only have one conference loss in a conference that now has UAB, North Texas, FAU, who they beat on Sunday, and Memphis in it, and SMU. They have not played SMU yet. Their coach's name is Amir Abdur-Rahim. So congratulations to him and them, and hopefully they could keep it going.
Yeah.
And next, on the flip side, in the American Conference,
I want to say something about South Florida. I just want to say,
please.
South Florida, Pitt was in a conference with South Florida for several years.
Oh, that's right.
I don't think quite a decade, but about a decade. And literally the only thing I could tell you about South Florida basketball is they've produced a pro wrestler. That's it. That was the level that South Florida basketball was on when I was following them in the Big East. And yeah, that's all I could tell you.
Oh, I know.
Now they're very good.
Amir Abdul-Rahim was Kennesaw State's head coach last year when they took their base on. Okay, cool.
I was going to say that name sounds familiar.
Yes, shout out Owls.
Okay, what else we got?
On the flip side of the American, Memphis was at one point ranked at number 13 in the country, but they have now lost 6 of their last 9 games. Nice. And they're 7th in the conference. So they completely fell apart, and that's not good for them. I want to also give us an update on some amazing rankings of KenPom stuff, and it's some usual suspects here. Rutgers is number 2 overall in adjusted defense in KenPom rankings, but they're 275th in offense. So if you like defense,
hold on, I need to see what area that puts them in, because that's wild.
Yeah, take a look.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting KenPom up. Adjusted defense.
I might have to look for you.
So we've discussed, there's the positionless football or basketball on grass, but I would like to posit the idea of Iowa on hardwood here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they're 13th in offense and 173rd in defense, and that's just what their
I was talking about
team
Rutgers.
does every year.
So Rutgers is
Rutgers as well.
Rutgers, their buddies around where they are like FIU, South Carolina State, Louisiana Monroe. So that must be good.
ULM mentioned.
ULM mentioned, baby. Someone I think the assistant athletic director was taking some really nice beauty shots of Monroe. I was like, you know what? This city looks not too bad from the air at night. It looks nice.
He was taking a shot from the top of Malone Stadium.
There you go. Like Cal State Northridge is down here. It's not great, y'all. But second defense, the defense puts them, let's see here, in the same neighborhood as Houston, Iowa State, Auburn, Tennessee. Jesus. That's impressive.
4 of the best 10 teams in the country, probably.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The lowest ranked, they're the lowest in the top 10 here, ranked if I'm ranking them by defense. The only other one that comes close is Maryland, which is another team that's ranked 6th defense, 166th offense.
That Big Ten basketball this year. That's
it's so
pretty
gritty.
much sums it up.
It's so gritty.
It's tough to watch.
That's correct.
Even for a big fan. Another very interesting KenPom tidbit. DePaul is extremely bad, borderlining on wow, this is terrible. Almost probably as bad as Louisville was last year. Mm-hmm. They're 302nd in KenPom. The same city, Chicago State, who just finished their season early because they're not in a conference.
Let's play them at this point, yeah.
They might as well play each other, yes. But DePaul is in the Big East, so they're a little busy. Losing by 40 points, too.
DePaul is fucking up my circles more than any other team. Because I'm trying to get all the conferences closed.
Yeah, seriously.
They're making me crazy.
Shout out to Chicago State. a few weeks ago, I think it was when we did the mid-season Sickos poll for basketball. I tried to look up Chicago State. I was like, "Oh, how's Chicago State doing?" In like the ESPN app, I literally could not find them because everything's organized by conference,
Yep.
and the ESPN app just doesn't have anything to handle independence in basketball. Like I could not find how Chicago State was doing. So I just was like, okay, like they're automatically in my Sickos poll ballot, but shout out to being independent in basketball. That's wild.
They actually had a really good season for their
They
standards, and they're joining a conference next year. So
NEC. It's funny that DePaul and Chicago State in the state are both joining East Coast conferences. Like, well, I guess technically Big East is not an East Coast conference anymore. Like they are pan US, but the NEC is definitely an East Coast conference. DePaul, by the way, is down there with is it Lemoyne? What are we calling them? The new NEC.
Who's
team.
new to D1?
Yeah, who is it? Hey, what do you say that? Lemoyne? I'm gonna go with Lemoyne.
Lemoyne, yeah, Lemoyne.
Yeah,
It's
Chicago
upstate
State,
New York. Lemoyne.
Chicago State is definitely above them. Also down here in DePaul territory, we got Boston University, Western Michigan, Lafayette, not Louisiana, the other one, Wagner, and I will say that they are 20 spots above my beloved Dartmouth Big Green, who are not having a great year. They are 5-17, not having a great year. 332nd in Ken Pom.
IUPUI is second to last, by the way. They have
well,
regressed to the mean.
But at least they have a conference win. The other one that I'm worried about, Andrew, is Mississippi Valley State. I'm really worried.
Delta Devils are.
I don't think they're going to pull a win this year. It's really bugging me.
No, I don't believe so. It's very unfortunate. One more thing, other than our Sickos shirt showdown, which is LSU, Mississippi State, and the Lady Vols. So get your shirts. Kansas is 2-5 in conference road games, and 18-1 in every other game that they've played. So the Big 12 is very hard.
Did Kansas State wrecked them, right? Like an overtime.
Yeah, and they're like 1-7 in their last 8 games, and their win is like at Kansas, at home against Kansas rather.
And Kansas State's real bad this year. Like they're not great this year, and they like took Kansas apart, which is very funny. Like that is hilarious.
Extremely funny. Yes. All right. Is everybody ready for the bubble resume game?
Before you do that, I had a question.
Sure.
Anything. My tongue. Let's see. What was I going to ask you? Now I don't remember. Maybe I'll get it later. It's fine.
Before that, I had a question, but I forgot.
You know what? I sat in traffic for an hour and a half today, my friend.
Sorry, I love your Tuesday commute that you have every Tuesday. It's just like you call it win, lose, or toll.
Because
oh no,
there are 3 routes to get to my house from where I am.
He has to do something in downtown Dallas,
and I have to leave downtown Dallas at 5:00.
At 5,
to my house.
30
miles north of Dallas.
Yeah,
and
so he has. Well, you got 3 or 4 possible routes.
Yeah, and they range from an hour to hour and a half, and sometimes the toll roads are faster, sometimes they're not, and I have to sit there and just hope I pick the right one because you can't really change it once you're there. Yeah, it sucks.
Can you check that on Google Maps though?
Yeah, the problem is like once I start driving though, the problem is like a wreck will happen.
Yeah,
like today I chose the shorter path, and then a wreck happened, which
boy.
But yes. Okay, let's do our bubbles.
Okay, so I want everybody to pick the team they think of the 2 deserves to be in the tournament. And I've created 5 of these.
Okay.
I've given pretty simplistic. I didn't last time I was on to do this sort of game. I picked more kind of random stats. This I just did their Ken Pom rating, their conference record, their best win, and their worst loss. Okay. Is everybody ready?
Let's go.
Okay, we're gonna do A or B. Team A is 51st in Ken Pom, 8-6 in their conference. Their best win is number 11 on the road. Their worst loss is 143 at home. Team B is 26th in Ken Pom. They're also 8-6 in their conference. Their best win is 27 at home, and their worst loss is 86 at a neutral site. Head to head, because they're in the same conference, A, B, B, and by 5 points. Who would you prefer?
I'm gonna go with B
Mhm.
with the bad neutral site loss.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with A. I'm gonna go with A because you beat B, and that should mean something.
Fair.
I'm
Fair
gonna
point.
pass on this one. I don't like this vibe right now.
It's like I decline.
All right.
I am the attorney. I am.
I mean, I'm
neither.
like 95% sure that I know. Not only do I know which teams these are, but I literally, like, while we've been recording, have been watching them play a game that just ended.
Okay, Andrew, what is it?
Do you want to say who it is, Arthur?
Not particularly, no.
All right,
It's like
to
none of
I'll
the
say
above.
it. All right, A is Pitt and
Yep.
B is Wake Forest.
Nice.
Okay.
Mm,
I like Wake.
Arthur,
I do too.
how'd the game today go?
Not great.
I thought Pitt was going to win
There's
out.
someone who's
Pitt fans had told me Pitt was going to
someone
win
who's-
out this year.
someone who's not following
that.
want to someone who's not following the game want to look up the score.
Yeah, let me see. That would be
Oh,
Wake 91, Pitt 58.
wait, that just happened.
Does
So
that
just
change
happened.
anybody's answer?
that changes my answer now because Pitt beat Wake by 5, but then now it's like 91-58. Wake beat that. Yeah, I didn't know this second part. I need more information.
Well, it just happened like an hour ago.
It just had happened to, what had happened was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anybody
Pitt
want to
lost.
know that the teams? So Pitt's best win, they beat Duke on the road at Cameron Indoor.
Yeah.
And Blake Hinson got up on the scores table. And that was pretty cool. Their worst home losses to Missouri, who has 0 conference wins in the SEC. So,
Yeah,
They're
That's,
real.
they're
They're
pretty
real.
bad.
they're not good either. Yeah.
Its entire non-conference
Yeah, and,
is like ridiculously bad.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
managed
it
to
wasn't a good
like
year for them.
schedule power teams, but like they managed to somehow schedule like the worst team in every power conference somehow.
And didn't just wipe the floor with all of them like they should have.
Well, they beat
Wake
West
Forest
Virginia
is-
and Oregon State, but still terrible.
Yeah, yikes.
Okay, so
Wake
for
Forest's best win is Florida, and their neutral site loss was to Georgia in Las Vegas, I believe.
Okay,
That
That's-
game was.
that's
I think
fine,
that game was played in
sure.
Vegas.
I'll take it.
All right, is everybody ready for C or D?
Let's see, C and D.
It's like we're at the eye exam.
I was
They're changing
just
their
thinking
little
that. Yep.
knobs. All right, C is 45th in Ken Palm. They're 7-5 in conference. Their best win is 18 in Ken Palm at home in overtime. Their worst loss is to 174 away. D is 20th in Ken Palm, 10-2 in their conference. Their best win is at 21 on the road, and their worst loss is 116 away. And they have not played.
I mean, I feel like this is D.
I'm taking D.
Yeah.
I think I just gotta go D.
I'm going with D because that line of 10-2 in conference, but still being on the bubble screams non-power conference team to me. And I'm always going to support non-power teams getting in.
So what did we do?
C is Nevada,
Okay.
and D is Gonzaga. So you really supported an underdog there.
Oh, yeah.
in, the
You
Gonzaga
know what?
Playoff.
Hey, Zags, maybe this year, kids. Are they going to end up third? Like they're going to end up like ranked like the 3rd seed in the conference, aren't they?
San Francisco and St. Mary's are playing like as we speak. And I'm now watching it. It's 11-11 at the under 12 media timeout. And they're both San Francisco's 10-2, but they lost to Gonzaga. So Gonzaga's currently the 2 seed. But if San Francisco wins at St. Mary's, Gonzaga will remain the 2 seed and probably get the 2 seed
Gotcha.
in
Okay.
the crazy WCC tournament.
Oh yes,
Which is less crazy now because BYU is not in it anymore.
right.
But it's still crazy.
That's the gauntlet
So-
tournament, right?
I think
Yes,
what I'm
where
going to
if
do
you're-
before a conference tournament starts, I'm going to make every conference a gauntlet tournament. I'm going to work them all out that way and just see what happens. I think I did that last year.
I think
I
if you're
support this.
if you're the 9-10 seed, you have to play 4 games in 4 days.
You get a day off. You get one day off, and they always take Sunday
You
off.
do get a day off. Yeah,
It's Sunday
because
off
they
for
play their
Jesus.
conference final on Monday. Yeah.
Even BYU gauntlet, they still take Sunday off.
Oh, they kept it? Yeah, I was
They kept
going
it,
to
yeah.
say it was because of BYU.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Um,
Okay.
okay,
Good.
so-
the little underdog Gonzaga. I like that.
Yeah, so Nevada's best win was against San Diego State at home. Their worst loss, they blew a game against Wyoming, which I think we talked about on this podcast before. Mm-hmm. And the Gonzaga win, they randomly played Kentucky like 2 weeks ago on the road in Rupp and won. And their worst loss, they lost at Santa Clara, which they hadn't done in like 25 years. So,
I remember that too. Yeah.
There we go.
Anytime a basketball game or a football game is like, they haven't lost there since Lindley, since the wall came down, whatever. It's great.
Yeah, tremendous. Okay, E or F. E is 68th in KenPom, 6-6 in their conference. Their best win is 27 at home. Their worst loss is 78th away. Okay. F is 35th in KenPom, also 6-6 in the conference. Their best win is 5 at home, and their worst loss is 2-10 at home. Head-to-head, A beat B by 4 points.
So this feels Big 12 to me, because being 6-6 in conference and still ranked 35, that feels very Big 12ish to me.
I mean, I like that terrible home loss. That tells me like, yeah, this team's wild.
I'm gonna have to go with Arthur. F got my love.
I'm gonna take E.
Okay.
F it.
F it. We'll do it live.
All right.
I'll go E just to be contrarian.
Go for it, yeah.
With Kevin.
E is Ole Miss.
Okay.
Okay.
And F is Mississippi State.
Oh,
the
conference is wrong. Okay.
And I think they're playing tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Or Thursday. I forget.
Do they call the basketball game the Egg Bowl as well?
No.
The Egg Ball.
Should
Egg
be.
Ball?
Yeah, Egg Ball.
That's
the
not
Egg
real.
Ball sounds like some sort of fucked up cotillion. Like, we go to the Egg Ball. You learn how
This is also appropriate to the state of Mississippi.
Yeah, you learn how
That's actually just what prom in poultry processing towns is called. Like our Egg Ball.
You learn about all your forks and knives and how to fold your napkin and.
I do declare.
Is that what you think cotillion is?
Ball.
Is that what cotillion is?
Just saying that over and over again.
I do declare.
You know what? That's about right. Okay, so who is Mississippi State's awful loss then?
Southern.
Oh
God.
Swag
But they
loss.
beat Tennessee and Auburn.
Well, you know what?
And that's why they're a part of our Sickos shirt showdown, because they do not
complete chaos team.
Yes.
Oh, good.
And Ole Miss just beat that terrible Missouri team by 3 at home on Saturday.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and their worst loss was to LSU.
It's hard to beat that terrible Missouri team at home.
You guys, all of this Missouri talk is reminding me. I don't know if anyone remembers the video that they made called "We Are Mizzou" when they joined the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sharing that just for you later.
I don't think I've seen that.
It was a classic.
I've not been able to watch the whole thing.
Oh, it's good. It's really good.
I can't. I've not been able to finish that video.
Wait, because you get this cringe.
No.
Yeah,
I can't.
Secondhand embarrassment.
No, it's just like I just can't do it. No, it's too much.
It's very cringe.
Very bad.
They were so proud to join. It's a lot.
We're happy to have you. Just calm down a little bit. Just be less like this, please.
Can we rescind after seeing this?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Can we uninvite? Oops.
Let's extend the invitation to Nebraska.
Hey, we're gonna take your bid away. Okay, this is like the worst sorority rush. We're just gonna take that back.
I think Texas Tech is a better cultural fit.
Yeah,
We should see other people, and by other people I mean you should rejoin the Big 12.
I think you'd be a better fit at that house down the street.
I'm trying to figure out how far I've made it into this video. It's probably not 30 seconds.
Oh, I've watched the whole thing multiple
How
times.
long is this video?
It's like 3 minutes and 30 seconds or something.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah.
Oh no! All right. We have 2 more.
Keep driving.
Yeah, keep going. Sorry.
G or H.
Okay.
G is 56 in KenPom, 8-7 in conference. Their best win is number 13 in KenPom home in overtime. Their worst losses to number 73 at a neutral site. H is 31st in KenPom, 7-7 in conference. Best win is 13 away in overtime. Same team, same result. Worst loss is 220 away. And G beat H by 18 points. And I believe they're playing on Thursday.
I love a 200s loss. Give me H. That tells me they've been through some shit.
Yeah, I gotta go for that terrible loss. I like bad losses.
I'm going G.
I'm going to take Chaos Team this time as well.
The bad loss. 220 away.
And also lost the head-to-head by 18 because
lost the head.
Like, what do you have to do? I feel like typically if you are like a power conference team that's in the bubble, like you're not playing an away game at someone that low in KenPom. So it's got to be like just a real wild in-conference thing, I'm assuming.
I mean, I'll take G. H is a little bit too much, but I'll take G.
I'm going G. Mm-hmm.
Did I do this wrong? Hang on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, did he get him wrong? Oh my god.
This game is rigged.
Oh my god, he messed it up.
No, I don't.
They're the same
so.
team.
Hang on.
It couldn't be. It couldn't
Gotta
be.
go
a
to the
Sickos game
replay.
without- It's
Hold,
a Sickos
holding
switcheroo.
music.
Do, 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 boo, boo, do, do.
No, I think we're good.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, we're good. Okay. G is Providence
Okay.
and H is Villanova.
Yeah, there we go.
You know, I had to bring up that Villanova. Villanova lost to Penn on the road again.
They got killed in every single Philly school except Temple.
Yeah. Oh man.
They
Philly-
lost to
Philly's
St. Joseph's, Penn, and Drexel.
Yes. They lost to like every Philly school.
Fucking Dragons, man.
And who is 13?
13 is Creighton.
Oh,
They both
okay.
beat Creighton.
Yeah, so that's a good
Just
transitive
beat
win
UConn
now.
by 18.
It's a good transitive win now since Creighton
Yeah.
just beat UConn. I'm always gonna roll with the Friars.
And
I mean, I gotta.
73 is Kansas State, who's,
My
as we
favorite
discussed, not
mascot.
very good, but did beat Kansas.
I love the Providence Friar mascot. It's awesome.
It's so creepy.
It's so great.
It's so deep. It's so deeply frightening.
It is.
it's
The
not
history,
better in person.
the
These things are
history is
playing
frightening
on-
too, because like it used to be like a bald friar. It used to look like Friar's
Yeah,
pup.
it was even worse.
Yeah, it was worse. Let me find it.
Friar
It was
Dom.
worse. It was worse.
I will haunt your
Yeah,
dreams.
these two teams are playing on March 2nd.
Ooh, Fire Dom.
At-
Ah.
At the Dunk. We're not calling it a Mika Pavilion or whatever the new name is.
Like
The
did
Dunk.
Purdue and Providence ever meet in a game in March Madness? I think they did, right? And these
I
two
don't know.
mascots on the court together,
That'd be great.
Purdue Pete and Friar
Oh,
Dom.
God.
Oh,
We used to have a
glorious.
Dalmatian. That's
Which was
lovely.
great and very cute. I think they might still have the Dalmatian like involved with the hockey team.
So
black
they
and
have a
white.
Dalmatian.
They've
They
played
had a
once.
dog, and they have a costume too. Here is the Friar Dom holding the Dalmatian mascot in his arms lovingly.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't even
it's
know.
perfect.
I'm mute.
Uh-oh, I think I killed
I
Commish.
think I have to put I think I have to make this my profile picture
Yeah.
on Discord.
Ooh, hold up. Mascot and cheer appearance requests. Let's see. How much is it going to cost me? Friar Dom and Huxley is the dog. Huxley is the dog. Both mascots
Oh my
are
God.
$250 plus 53 cents a mile. So getting him to Texas might be difficult. But
We gotta pay mileage for Friar Dom. This is bullcrap.
yeah, and Huxley. Wait, do I have a question? Does Huxley have a chat? Why, yes, we do. Here we go. Hi, I'm Huxley, your virtual assistant. I can answer about Friar game experience. Let's see here. Write me a sonnet about the Providence Friar.
You asking him to write a sonnet? What the hell?
I assume it's got the same shitty back like AI backend that all these things do. Oh no, they suck. They don't have an answer for my question.
Oh,
No, they actually
So-
didn't just open this up entirely.
Providence and Purdue have played once in men's basketball in 1998, which the mascot set that I just posted in the Discord were the Providence mascots at the time. They had a live dog and they had the bald friar.
Yeah, and the ball fryer, perfect. And Purdue
all right.
Pete. This is great.
Let's sneak Providence in an 8 and 9 if Purdue gets a 1 seed, and then just have Friar Dom and Purdue Pete meet in the round of 32.
It's going to be tough when Purdue.
Wait,
loses
hang
to,
on. Not yeah. What are you assuming there?
I said if Purdue is a 1 seed and they get past
And
the first
if Purdue
round,
wins.
Going to be
Yes.
a real tough loss to like Merrimack.
Oh,
In round
whoa.
I'm just saying
Is Merrimack eligible
Texas
for the
Southern-
tournament yet?
Actually, I
Yes.
don't know if Merrimack's actually eligible.
they
this
are
year.
now.
No.
I think
And then
They're
they're
not?
going to book. And then they're leaving the NEC like next year. Peace.
Oh, boy.
I got my green card. I'm out of here.
I was
suck it.
really hoping that New Orleans was going to be hosting a region in the tournament so that we could get the Baby Cakes mascot in here and just complete the horror show.
Oh,
set,
yeah. Hey,
but
that would be.
unfortunately not.
Oh, no.
so.
Not
They get
this
King
year.
Cake Baby. We get Purdue Pete, and then
Friar
we get
Dom.
Dom, Friar Dom. Is there another like haunting mascot that we need to throw in there?
I mean,
I
there's
feel like
tons.
St. Louis.
Oh, the
Like
Billiken,
Billiken?
yeah.
Pelican.
We'll get the
The
evil
Pelican,
Billiken in there
yeah.
too. It'd be perfect.
Maybe the old like Duke Blue Devil, the one that's just like a dude in spandex.
I feel
That
like
was pretty horrifying.
the picture of Sparty when he's laying on the basketball court with a leg up, like kind of sexy style. It's a little bit horrifying.
I mean, he wears a real short skirt. He's got
Sparty,
legs.
no.
It had to have been a full cast thing, but they were talking about someone having sex with the Sparty head on, and that
Oh,
just
that-
like
That has come up
image-
in the full cast on multiple
that
occasions.
image just like
I
You
feel
think
like
someone had sex with the Friar Dom on?
I think I googled Sparty one time, and there was like a New York Post article about how like Sparty's been banned from something. I gotta find it. Oh wait,
yeah, that feels right. Every
Uh,
mascot has been banned from something.
hold on, I just found it. New York Post. It's been banned from parade.
That was
Why
fast.
Michigan
Whoa.
State no longer allows mascot Sparty in parades.
Oh,
Oops, something happened.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not reading the story. I just like the
Sparty
headline.
had a little bit too much fun at Mardi Gras.
Oh,
Did
was
his
Sparty
carnal
Gras.
instinct of
if you
300
threw up
come in or
in
something?
the head, it would be awful, right?
Sparty Gras.
Sparty Gras.
Okay,
It took you a
okay.
little while to get that one.
Oh,
Sparty-
the actual
Sparty Gras.
reason's boring.
It's
very
got to be
boring.
like in the middle of winter.
Yes.
in East Lansing.
Sparty Gras in East Lansing.
If some fraternity has not done Sparty Gras,
They've
I am-
had to do it.
there has to hold up.
There
I
has
gotta
to
Google. I
be.
gotta Google this. Can't be the first.
I'm literally crying. It's
Spar-
Sparty Gras.
Sparty Gras.
I feel like every school has like the one like just random like why is that a like party occasion? Right? Like,
South Carolina Upstate calls their homecoming Sparty Gras.
There we go.
yeah.
And it looks like the MSU grads in Arizona have an event called Sparty Gras as well. Wait, what is
Well, it's a
Sparty's bar mitzvah party? Hold up.
thing.
Hold up. Sparty's bar mitzvah. Let's see here.
wait, is he a Greek Jew?
It's a
Yep,
Facebook
yep, oh, yep.
event.
This is 2017 in a Facebook event. It's the time of year. Come celebrate Sparty at his party. Sparty's sponsored by Jews and Greek Life, JSU, and ASMSU. Yep. Okay.
They finally let him turn 13.
L'chaim, Sparty. Sparty reading from the Torah.
What was the did they have it like in the stadium?
I
Did
don't,
they use the scoreboard?
I hope so.
that would be great.
Because I know Michigan State just puts
No!
whatever on their scoreboard.
Nope. We're not doing that.
No.
Sparty, no.
Sparty, no.
Okay, yeah. So,
Time for INJ.
South Carolina Upstate is the true home of Sparty Gras. Okay, so it has been done, but still, that was a great call. Not as good as our call for Tipsy Ipsy. which ended up being a Tipsy Ipsy was, I think it was a like paint and drink place in Ypsilanti, but I still think Tipsy Ipsy is a great name.
It sounds like a rejected Teletubby, but yes.
I'm
Yeah, it's a
Tipsy
paint
Ipsy. Oh, just like turn around and vomit on the baby moon, the baby sun. Yeah, sorry. Did we do the last two yet? I can't. Did we do I and AJ yet? I can't remember.
No.
Oh, good. We have more to do. Let's go.
We got more.
I-
Okay.
Sparty Gras.
Sparty
Right.
Gras. Woo!
All right. Neither of these teams is Michigan State. I is 38th in Ken Pong, 8-7 in their conference. Their best win is 33 at home, and their worst loss is 122 away. J is 46th in Ken Pong, 7-8 in their conference. Their best win is 16 at home, and their worst loss is also to 122 away. I beat J at home by 5. So 122 is doing some work there.
I'm going with I.
I'm gonna take J.
I think Jay.
The double loss to 122 is
Yeah, I like doubling up your worst loss.
I think it was so nice we did it twice. But I'm going to go with I.
All right. Did everybody guess? My audio broke out for a second.
Yeah, we did.
All right. I is Colorado,
Oh,
and J is Utah.
okay.
Okay.
I feel good about my pick.
And 122 is Arizona State, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Having too much fun at Sparty Gras. What the hell?
Sparky Gras.
Sparky
No,
Gras.
that's Sparky.
This episode has to be called Sparty Gras. There's no other option.
Oh God. Sparty Gras. Woo.
It's just-
Right.
Has Michigan State ever been to the Sugar Bowl?
They had to have at some point, right?
Really? You think? I don't think so.
Googling
Was
it
there
now.
like a game where they didn't score against Alabama? Was that a Sugar Bowl?
No.
That was a Cotton Bowl, right?
No, they've never been to
Yeah.
the Sugar Bowl. They've been to a Sun Bowl.
That's not the same.
What about the what is it? The 68 Ventures Bowl? Because as we all know,
Oh, I mean,
They played Georgia.
Mobile.
They beat Georgia in Tampa. Tampa's
Okay.
basically where Mardi Gras lives.
Gasparilla.
Gasparilla.
The true home. The true home.
The true home of Mardi Gras, El Paso, Texas.
Andrew, do you know if any teams are totally out of it now? Because I know that now, like they started cutting teams from. Like it's now more in vogue to cut teams from tournaments. Like not every conference has all their teams in.
I think Doug was tracking this,
Okay,
but I don't remember.
Okay.
I am not keeping track of that.
That's fine.
That's a lot to.
I'll look that up because I think that. So what I found out also is that next year in the ACC tournament, they're going to leave some teams at home because they're expanding to include Stanford, Cal, and SMU, and they're not expanding to. Well, they have 15 teams now. They're not going to go to an 18-team tournament. I think they're sticking at 16, maybe 15. So the teams are going to stay home in the ACC, which feels bizarre, but I guess that's what you got to do when there's so many teams. I don't know.
So there's only one team that's been officially eliminated from a conference tournament so far.
Is that Mississippi Valley State?
That is Mississippi Valley State.
Yeah,
Cal Poly.
it is. I scrolled up.
Cal Poly could be eliminated on Thursday. So if they
Does the Big
lose,
Sky?
they're
Wait,
out.
they're in the Big West, right?
I think so. The Big Sky is like
Big West.
Big Sky.
The Big
like,
West take
basketball's a little
everyone?
bit
Big
different.
West.
Yeah,
Big
'cause-
West is literally California and Hawaii,
Okay, that's right. It's all the like the states.
and Sac State is in the Big West, Big Sky.
Yeah, so they're going to have 15 teams. So they are going to drop 3 teams from the ACC like tournament, which feels bizarre. Like, why have this big, huge end of the season tournament if you're not going to be like anyone can still win it except for you guys?
well, I feel like from the numbers, at least the way that the ACC does their bracket, if you went past 16 teams, you'd have to add another day.
Okay, that makes
So-
sense.
or take away more buys from the teams that are actually supposed to go far, right? Because the way the ACC, and then you'd have to have more games on one day, right? So the way the ACC does their tournament, and a lot of the bigger conferences do this, not so much the smaller conferences, is you will have a maximum of 4 games every day.
Okay.
So the top 4 teams will get double buys. Then the next 4 teams will get single buys. So like basically there's a first day. Then the second day, it's the winners of the first day versus like 4 new teams that tag in. And then you repeat that to get like all the teams in. So going past 16 would be unfeasible in terms of just a like number of days situation.
Gotcha.
Sticking at 15 is funny though, because it like they totally could have 16. They're just like, nope, we only want to play 3 games the first day. It might be something contractual in that like they are getting these new teams, but they aren't going to get like more money for adding a 16th game or in their conference tournament or something. But yeah, like they really would actually be hard to go past 16 teams.
Okay, yeah, I don't know enough of the like mental math of brackets to know that. Yeah, thank you.
Having been at conference tournaments like the Big Ten tournament for the day where there's 4 games in one day, I would not recommend more than 4 games of basketball in one day for viewers, the concessions, the people keeping score. It's a lot of basketball. I love basketball, but that's a lot of basketball. I was a little dizzy at during the 4th game. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, there's some conferences that have 2 games going on at the
Maybe
same
I'm
time.
not
Like Conference USA has like games going on at the same time with their Conference USA. So that's okay. Or at least they used to. Actually, I'm not sure because I don't know what Conference USA is going to do anymore. They're right down the road for me. Maybe I should go this year.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on the facility, like where you're playing and what it can handle.
They play over at the Star in Frisco, so they just split it in half because it's a giant like football field. So they split it in half.
Yeah. I mean, like the big conferences play at like actual, mostly NBA arenas. I guess the Big 12 plays in Kansas City, which doesn't have an NBA team, but it's like a big arena. So you just have your big court and you sell a bunch of tickets, and that's all you do. But I mean, honestly, like I like seeing the smaller conferences because they can get a lot more creative because they don't have like a big ticket sales or a big TV deal that they have to kind of stick to.
Yeah.
So you can see a lot more creativity down at that level.
What is the
Katie
weirdest
was just
site?
frozen on a yawn for me. It was very funny.
What is the
No, I
weirdest
didn't
site
mean
that
to.
someone's
Sorry,
playing
I'm so tired.
a conference their conference tournament?
No, you were frozen as a yawn.
Oh. It's even better.
What is the weirdest site someone's playing their conference tournament at? I think the Big Sky's in Boise.
Yeah.
Which is like, sure, okay.
We gotta agree. We gotta go with the hashtag that somebody created. Starch Madness.
I like that. Okay, good.
Oh,
We gotta go with it. Somebody,
yes.
I think it was Rush to 26
I have
coined it.
Here
I
we
have
go.
a spreadsheet that has all the locations.
So,
Does anybody
American,
want me to read them all?
Fort Worth, DC, campus sites, Brooklyn, Kansas City, New York, Boise. Big South is playing at High Point University in North Carolina. Big Ten's in Minneapolis. Big West is in Henderson, Nevada. No, that's Vegas. Never mind. But which one's Dollar
like-
Loan Center? Is that the one in the casino?
That's like 20 minutes from Vegas.
Is that the one with
No,
like
that's
the
20
really bad
minutes from
horn?
Vegas in Henderson.
Is that the one that hosted
Yes.
what was it, the Ball Dogs tournament or whatever that was?
Yes,
back
the
in,
Ball Dogs tournament.
Okay, yeah.
Commish, the Bad Horn is at the Orleans Arena. That's where the
okay.
WCC is.
Dang. Okay.
It's really bad.
I
There's
love
a
that
lot
horn.
of arenas in Vegas.
Way more than I thought.
Yeah,
one
there's like
of them has the really
6.
low, like low ceiling ballroom, right? Sometimes they just convert ballrooms and like the ceiling's super low. And
There's 2 at UNLV, the Tropicana, Orleans, and
There's
the new
T-Mobile
arena
one.
for the that's for the Aces and the Lightning or the
and T-Mobile's where the Pac-12 is
the-
going to be.
Golden
Who's-
Knights.
Who's it?
There we go.
Who the fuck's it? Levian Gymnasium. Oh, it's the IB tournament. It's at Columbia. I was like, where's Levian
It's at
Gymnasium? Yeah, in New York. Okay, yeah, it's the Atlantic
I mean,
City.
I think I can say right now what the official like Sickos committee, our favorite conference tournament venue is,
What is it?
because the
Like Kitty
Summit
Dome?
League.
Oh,
The
the
Summit
in
League.
Sioux
We've
Falls.
talked about
No.
this where they play their tournament.
Is it the Corn Palace?
No, it's
No.
the Pentagon.
The Pentagon?
Not
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's-
God.
Pentagon.
yeah, remember the
Pentagon, not
Pentagon?
that one.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
it's
the
back.
multi-purpose arena of Pentagon.
The Pentagon is back.
I'm going to a game at the Pentagon next season. I don't care. I'm getting there.
I gotta find a way to go to the
Sun
Pentagon.
Belt's in Pensacola. Lots
Ugh.
of teams, lots of places, lots of teams in Vegas.
Sure.
Ohio Valley's in Evansville.
No, the MAC is in Cleveland.
MEAC's in Norfolk. Okay, so some of these, none of these are super buck wild. Boise's pretty cool for the Big Sky.
I wish, like, they would play the conference tournament in the Walter Pyramid for Long Beach State.
Yeah,
If only.
if only.
I was in California and drove past that arena. It's glorious.
It's real fucking big. Like it's there and it's real fucking big.
It's huge.
You don't expect for there to be a pyramid in Long Beach, but there it is.
Okay, wait. There's a direct flight from both Minneapolis and from O'Hare to Sioux Falls, so I'm definitely going to the arena.
Here you go.
You can definitely going.
Definitely.
I gotta get that. Wait, no, this isn't the. Is this the Pentagon?
Don't post the Pentagon that's in Virginia.
No.
No, that would be a good bit if they just tried to show up there. I don't think that the U.S. military would be cool with that.
Hold up.
There is a basketball court
apparently
in
Augustana-
Kansas
There's a
City, though.
basketball court in here. That's all you
Apparently,
gotta say.
Augustana University has their basketball arena is called the Pentagon.
Okay.
Really? I'm
Yeah.
intrigued.
Everyone, hold up for a second. Everyone, chill out. Sickos committee Googles things, and Arthur edits it out.
Oh, it's perfect. The airport is right next to the arena.
There you go. See, you're set.
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay, yeah, no, the Sanford Sports Complex. Yes.
I'm just imagining you flying in directly, like Uber to the Pentagon.
Nope, that's
Hurry,
exactly what it is. Here,
go.
I got a picture
Hurry,
of it.
go, hurry, take me to the Pentagon. It's just the most.
It's nowhere near
reporter
downtown
ever.
either. I love it.
Do you think I'd be put on a list if I tried to look on Uber and see if you could get an Uber to the Pentagon? I'd put on a list, right?
I mean,
That-
no,
I mean-
because Pentagon City Mall is right there. You can go to the mall.
Wait. I'm looking
Yeah, I mean,
at
they've got
other attractions
security
in
gates,
Sioux
you
Falls,
would-
South Dakota.
Yeah.
The
Get onto the
zoo,
property,
the
but you
URL
can't
for the zoo is
build it.
greatzoo.org.
Hey, you know what? That's what it says on the tin. Is it good? No, it's a fucking great zoo.
It's a
Dot
great
org.
zoo.
Great.
great.
Greatzoo.org.
Okay, folks.
Oh boy.
I think that's what we got for tonight.
I think it's time for bed.
Yep.
Yeah.
We will talk to everyone on the
So,
other
so
side.
we're not discussing the Hooters vigil in West Virginia.
Oh, what was that?
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
We can discuss that next time.
Wait, the what?
the Hooters Vigil in West Virginia.
There's a Hooters that's closing in West Virginia, and they're holding a vigil for it. It's just made me laugh. Made me laugh a lot.
And
I think
ever
I posted it in the Discord. It was earlier tonight.
There we go. Oh, yep. Honored West Virginia residents to honor defunct Hooters location with chicken and candlelight vigil.
Which just
Charleston,
seems
West
appropriate.
Virginia. Yeah. Pour one out.
Pour one out.
Okay, folks. So we got for tonight. We will see you on the other side. Enjoy.
Good. I'm glad I didn't. Ever since we talked about Sparty Gras, I've gotten that stupid Venga Boys song stuck in my head.
Which one?
We like the Sparty.